Gaius, should we head back to the settlement? Gaius, you're on pretty good terms with my grandfather then. Something like that. We've only known him for a couple of years, but lovers in the settlement owe him a lot. Myself included. Okay, we're good to go. Mind if I ride with one of you? Grandfather? You aren't driving? Nah, the engine's been acting up a bit lately, so I'd rather not. Besides, how could I pass up a chance to get to know my granddaughter's classmates a little better? Reen, right? Got room for one more up there? No. The end. Why did he have to pick Reen? You better not be giving him any funny ideas. I'm sure that isn't the case. I'd feel a bit more at ease if focused more on the reins, though. How's little Sharon doing these days? She recently started working at your dormitory. That's right. I haven't had too much time to get to know her. But she seems really skilled at what she does. Oh, she is, very much so. But more importantly, she's a real cutie. She always has that lovely reserved air, but there's a playful side to her too. I wish she'd sign on as my personal maid. That'd be the life. Yeah. But that Emma girl is really nice too. She's got those glasses, that hair. You want her to let down. And she's class press material to boot. There's a smouldering homeroom hottie if I ever saw one. Come on, you know you agree with me. Well, I can't really say that I disagree with you, but... if you don't mind my asking, why did you never tell Elisa that you were here? Tell me, Reen. What kind of girl do you see her as? Well, I'd say she's a really hard worker, in a great many aspects and respects. Oh, I have no doubt about that. She's good-looking, polite, as well-mannered as any noble's daughter, intelligent, and that all comes naturally to her. It's not some persona she forces on herself. Yeah, I'm amazed how effortless she makes it all seem. And yet, she has a habit of trying to resolve everything without relying on anyone else for support. I'm sure it hasn't escaped the notice of a kind of young man like herself. Does feel like that sometimes, yeah. She's kind and her sense of duty compels her to always see things through. But she always keeps everything bottled up. Like she never wants to let on to anyone that she needs help with a problem. I'm Elisa R. from Roa. It's not like I'm trying to make a big deal out of it or anything. It's just, if everyone knew, it'd make things awkward between us. And I don't want that. I have a feeling the relations between her mother and I caused her to end up that way. Or to be more specific, the conflict between the two of us. Exclamation. That's why I didn't tell her where I was. But I'll leave it up to her to fill in the details about that. I'm sure that once the two of you are a bit closer, she'll tell you on her own. A bit closer, I have a feeling there's a critical misunderstanding going on here. Oh, is that so? I thought there was a little something going on between you two after seeing your name come up in one of her letters. Well, we didn't have... We did have that unfortunate accident back at the start of the year. Yeah. But that's all it was. Eventually got it sorted out and nothing's really happened since. An accident, eh? Did you accidentally collide with her on your way to school, causing her to drop the toast she held between her sweet lips? She had toast? I didn't notice the toast. And as the dust cleared, did the two of you find yourself sprawled on the ground in an unlikely yet heart-racing position? That's a really oddly specific question. I don't know what kind of heart racing position you're... So, something really did happen, didn't it? Now just tell old Gwyn here all about it. I want every last juicy detail. Elisa, help. Grandfather, please.
Hey,
Isn't that?
Ooh, it's those Military Academy students. I wonder what they're doing all the way out here. Oh well.
I wonder what you're doing all the way out here.
Looks like things are gonna start getting interesting.
You were? When I was having a nap.
Okay, let's get this mission started. Sheesh. Gramps and the others can be so unreasonable sometimes.
Guess nap time's over. I was enjoying that nap. So I slam me this, slam me that, and I just want a nap. Because I keep getting surprised at the engine, like, whoa! That night, the people of the settlement held a banquet at the elder's house for us. Gwyn or Gwen or Jwen, who knows, and Norton. I don't know what we'd do without you, Gwyn. This to you, my friend. And to you. Come on, Nacken. This booze isn't going to drink itself. I think you'll find it will, but yes. I can still hardly believe it. Finding the famous Gwyn Rhineford out in the sticks like this. You know him then? Of course, he seized on the opportunities of the Ober Revolution to make Rhineford the industrial powerhouse it is today. It's only gotten bigger since his daughter took over. The Rhineford Company was originally an arms manufacturer, making their name on firearms and such. They underwent a massive expansion of their lineup and started working on orbital weapons and railway projects. Suppose that's what it must have looked like to the nobility. But the company does business all across the continent, not just domestically. Gwyn has a refreshingly international outlook for an Erebonian businessman. I see. I knew he was a keen man, but I didn't realize he was that famous. The real mystery is why someone would walk away from that in the first place. Some people say he got ill and had no choice but to stand down, but look at him now. He's the picture of health. So maybe there's some truth to that old rumor after all. Oh? What do you mean? Just something I heard a long time ago. No real proof of it, and we at the Imperial Chronicle aren't in the business of printing baseless speculation. Strange for a reporter to say that. Elisa? Oof, I think my eyes were bigger than my stomach. I'm going to go out and get a little fresh air, okay? Alright. Elisa? Lisa's going out to get some fresh air. Would you mind going and keeping her company? Not at all. Why me? You're the class president and all. You'd make for better company. No, trust me, I think you're definitely the best man for the job. Well, if you say so. Alright, I'll be back in a little while then.
I'm such an idiot. What am I even doing?
Wow, would you look at that view. Amazing, isn't it, Elisa? It's so pretty. Come on, you two. We need to get going. Running behind schedule. Now, let them have their fun. It's not often you have a day off like this. Why not try and relax for once?
Oh.
Elisa?
Oh, Reen.
And Noi.
Well, what are you doing out here? Did you eat too much?
My mouth says no, but my stomach's thinking yes. You doing okay? You seem a bit unsteady there.
Nothing like that. I'm just feeling a little out of it. I'm just going to stay out here for a while and get some fresh air. Then I'll be Whoa! Sorry about that.
That's the hell of a noise. Just whoop.
See? What did I tell you? We've been riding all day. I'm not surprised you're feeling tired. Riding a horse really takes it out of you.
I guess you're right. Why didn't that occur to me before?
Hey, Elisa. Look up at the sky.
There's a trail up there.
Huh? Oh, wow.
You know, I didn't even notice it last night because we turned in so early. But now that we know, if you're out here to get some air, better to take in the starlight than look at the ground, right?
You're right. My father was a technician. 8 years ago, he passed away. My family was never really the same after that. Mother was director of the company back then. She focused all of her energy on making the Rhineford group even bigger. She used to treasure our family, but after that, it's like she could barely spare a thought for us.
Oh, she did seem like a talented businesswoman when we met her. Well, more than talented to run the Rhineford group.
What you saw in River Station was just a watered-down version of her normal intensity. We'd be able to have dinner together maybe once every 3 months, and that's being generous. But at least I wasn't alone. Grandfather and Sharon were always there for me.
That's how it was, huh? I guess you've known Sharon for a long time then.
Yeah, my mother hired her about 7 years ago. Being a Rhineford and all, I never had many people I could really call friends when I was young.
I mean, I have to interject at this point and point out how adorable little Elisa is there. She's adorable.
The nobles looked down on me, of course, but the common people treated me like I was different from them, too. At least with my grandfather and Sharon around, I never felt totally alone. Grandfather introduced me to all kinds of different hobbies, like horseback riding and playing the violin. Sharon taught me self-defense and archery, and all the high society etiquette expected of a lady. Meanwhile, my mother kept expanding the company completely against the wishes of my grandfather, the chairman.
I see. Though, hasn't Rhineford always been a big industrial company?
Kind of, yeah. Even back then, they took on projects in all fields, from steel mills to railway construction to guns and tanks. It's not surprising there are people out there who like to call the company a merchant of death. I can't say I completely agree with that side of the company, but I've never felt embarrassed or ashamed about it. But a few years ago, the Rhineford group finally went too far.
I just noticed, look at the soles of Elisa's boots. They got stars on them. Like a magical girl or something.
What do you mean?
Those 2 railway guns set up in Gorelia Fortress on the eastern edge of the Empire? You know about those, right?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yes, I'm very well acquainted with them.
They're supposed to have the longest range of any orbital cannon in the world.
I've only seen their spec sheets, but the destruction they're capable of is terrifying. Erebonia is still fighting with Calvard over Crossbell, and those guns are capable of targeting any point in Crossbell State. In just a couple hours, they could wipe Crossbell City and its 500,000 citizens off the map.
No way. That's way beyond being a weapon of war. More like an instrument of massacre.
I couldn't agree more. And neither could my grandfather, who supervised their construction. Even though my mother was the one who signed off on the project, My grandfather regretted it like the decision was his. As he was hesitating over whether to hand them over to the Imperial Army, my mother betrayed him.
What?
She went behind his back and secured the support of all of Reinford's major shareholders. Everyone from Ruhr's ruling lord Marquis Ragnar to the top brass of the Imperial Army was on her side. In the face of such overwhelming pressure from all sides, my grandfather was forced to capitulate. He stepped down as chairman, and my mother wasted no time taking his place. That's when my grandfather decided to leave the company entirely. And me. I thought I'd at least have Sharon on my side, but she just did whatever my mother told her to do. It's been 5 years since then already.
Oh. I think I get it now. Why she gets under your skin, I mean. It's not so much what your mother did, but how it ended up tearing your family apart.
Yeah. I couldn't believe my mother would betray her own father. I couldn't believe grandfather would take it without fighting back. I couldn't believe Sharon, who'd always supported me, watched it all happen without a word of protest. It really drove it home to me. How big the Reinford group was now, and how small I was. I hated realizing it had become so large that corporate interests were stronger than family ties. Looking back, I guess that's when I decided I'd leave home and enroll in the academy. Even when I ran, I couldn't go far enough to escape my mother's shadow, or the Reinford name. Then I come here and find my grandfather happily enjoying a whole new life without a care in the world. When I stepped outside, I was feeling so lost, so frustrated, wondering what I'd been doing all this time. But it's kind of strange, you know? I look up at the stars and it feels like I can escape the gravity of everything. I think I'm finally starting to understand why my grandfather chose to leave it all behind and move out here in the first place.
You really are strong, Elisa. Stronger than you realize. You were finally ready to talk about it, about your family and the company and everything. So maybe you found what you were looking for to move past that, right?
Maybe you're right, but I don't think I would have been able to if I hadn't enrolled at the academy. Meeting everyone in Class 7, the lacrosse club, you, I'm a better person for it. Your support has already made a difference. So, thanks. Thanks for worrying about me. And thanks for reminding me to look up, not down.
Anytime. Though, truth be told, I came to check on you because Emma asked me to. Sorry to ruin the moment.
I thought that might be the case. Oh well, there's always next time. It's kind of strange to hear you tell me I'm strong, because I could say the same thing about you. You always seem to get thrust into the role of leader, someone we can count on to keep us on track.
I guess running errands on all my free days is really helping me buckle down. Still, I feel like I've got a long way to go, especially when I keep running from myself.
Huh?
Remember back in Celtic? I said that I came to the academy to find myself. But sometimes, I wonder if maybe I just wanted to get away.
Yeah, but the further you run away from your worries, they catch up with you in surprising ways.
From my family? From myself?
Oh. Do you not get along well with your family?
Oh, I do. I'm not their real son, but my parents always loved me like I was. My sister and I, we've had our differences, especially lately, but we still get along pretty well. No, the problem's just with me.
Reen. Still, I suppose the fact you were finally ready to talk about it means that maybe you found what you were looking for to move past that, right? Who'd have thought I'd have the chance to feed you your own good advice so soon? I can't believe you can just say things like that with a straight face. Maybe being on the receiving end every now and then will do you some good.
All right, you got me. I admit defeat. But yeah, I guess I'm starting to figure things out in my own way. Maybe enrolling at Thors was the first thing I'd done right in a long time. I ended up in Class 7, and now all of us are out here like this, spending time together.
Yeah, I like that. I hope the things we learned during our field studies can help us all make a difference in the world. So, wait, all of us?
Yes, indeed.
You two were gone so long that we started to get a little worried.
No way! How long have you been listening?
Still, I suppose the fact that you were finally ready to talk about it means that maybe you found what you were looking for to move past that, right?
Look at his smug little face.
Stop! Rain, he was the one who said it first. I was just repeating it back to him.
Oh, Lisa, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Honestly, you touched my heart.
I apologize for eavesdropping on you, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad I did.
How did I end up in the middle of this anyway? Fine, if that's how you want to play it. None of you are getting any sleep until you've shared all your most embarrassing secrets.
What? I don't...
Yeah.
You wish.
Seems like you did well.
Honestly, I feel like she helped me more than I helped her. Hey, guys? This is a really beautiful place.
Yeah, ain't it?
It has made me think about a few things, that conversation, in different ways. Very much that idea of, again, looking through the different perspectives across the different arcs. It's that sort of like, when she was talking about Crossbow, it was very much like, yeah, the 500,000 people, yeah, we didn't speak to all 500,000 people, but we know Crossbow now. We understand what that is, and it feels different when she's talking about it. In such a strange way, of that sense of, not so much about like what that means to like the people in Crossbow, what it means to people here. I was trying to think the best way of putting it. It's similar to how I felt like when we were in Laberle. I know Erebonia, and now I get a real sense of how Erebonia is portrayed in the other arcs as like this villain, essentially, this bad guy that's over there. And then you come to this series and it's like, oh, they're not that bad. It's just a few people who are bad. And it really, really like just nails it home with like scenes like that where it's like, yeah, it's like Elisa's not bad, Ring's not bad. These guys are not bad people. Most of the Erebonians are not bad people. I like that.
Ooh, you're moving up in the world. I've got a little reward here for you.
Lovely.
Keep up the good work.
I'll try. Okay. 5 to 3 in the morning. The shift's almost over. No sign of anything suspicious or anything at all, really. Why do we even do this every day? You do know what the point of having a sentry is, right? Oh, hey, you're early. Come on now. Gotta get where I'm coming from, at least a little. Could understand if we were posted near Crossbell. He's gonna start a war out here in the boondocks. You never know, right? Perhaps the fact that you'd never expected would make it the perfect place to start a war. Besides, Lieutenant General Vander says we need to stay on alert, and he knows the situation better than we do. The Lieutenant General's a great man, yeah. What are those big shots from the 3rd Armored Division doing stationed in some backwater place like this anyway? Think that rumor's true? That he got posted here because he wouldn't help the Blood and Iron Chancellor? What would you say? Kind of idle gossiping is how rumors get wings. Fine. Such a killjoy. Anyway, you got things covered here. I want to go get some sleep. Got a few minutes left on my shift, but you're here, and hey, who's counting? Honestly. Wait. What was that? What the? I got goosebumps at that point. What happened? They just get shelled? Who had the order to attack? No one. But nothing of the sort. Syndicate needs to know about that. What the? No way. Ah, and such. An enemy attack? Where's it coming from? No. Oh, adios. New day, everyone. That was a great meal. I don't think I could eat another bite. After how much we ate yesterday, I'm surprised we're still able to pack away this much food. Well, we're all growing boys and girls, so eat up. Riding takes a lot of energy. So I'd say eating like this is normal after a day out on the plains. Would anyone like more? I mean, from the looks of it, they haven't touched what they've got. I should probably refrain. Labyrinth of refrain. If there's any chicken left, we can wrap it in bamboo and take it with us. Who knows? Might need something to gnaw on while we're out there today. Okay. Let me help too. I'll pour the leftover tea into some containers for you. Oh, lovely. Thanks. You really are too kind. You're our guests. What kind of host would we be if we didn't treat you as such? Anyway, here's the grand list of tasks you'll be tending to today. Assigned tasks. Just the one, North Highlands North Monster. A large unknown monster has been seen around the northern part of the Highlands. It must be exterminated at all costs. Most details unknown. Location, southwest area of the Northern Highlands, near the cliff edge. I figured it couldn't hurt to give you fewer than yesterday. Yeah, you've given us one. That's it. Feel free to take advantage of that extra time to do whatever strikes your fancy. Maybe go off the beaten path a bit. Understood. Thank you again for everything. Do you want to spend some more time with your grandfather today, Elisa? Sounds like you weren't able to spend much time with him yesterday. Gwyn stayed in the elder's home yesterday, right? I imagine he ought to be up and about soon. We'd have no objections to completing this morning's task without you, if you wish to spend more time with him. But, Lacan, are you there? Elder, yes, I'm here. Has something happened? Oh, good morning. Grandfather? Norton? Morning, everyone. Sorry to intrude. Judging by the looks on your faces, seems not all is well. I'm afraid you're right. We received word from Zendergate just a short while ago. They say the Imperial Army's watchtower has been attacked. What? Sounds like it all happened in the middle of the night. That's not the last of it either. The Republican Army's base has been attacked too. This isn't going to be pretty. It's war. Same day, 8 a.m. always paying attention to, like, what Calvard stuff looks like. Aldebaran. Aldebar. Doesn't mind us, just patrolling, yes. I don't know why I have these binoculars. I should just buy a telescope. Airborne Armored Division being sent out first, as always, I see. Suppose it's only a matter of time before they give the order to the armored regiments, too. Lieutenant General, we confirmed the deaths of 2 of the guards. A further 3 have sustained serious injuries, but we've been able to stabilize their condition. I see. Had the medics see to them the second they arrive. Yes, sir. Contact Zendigate. Prepare the 3rd Armored Division for deployment. I want all armored vehicles ready to move before I return. 9:30 a.m. Hey, you sure you don't need us to help? I appreciate your willingness, but we'll be fine. We're used to the procedures for moving the settlement in case of an emergency. The same goes for you guys. I assume you'll be heading to Zendigate to learn more about the current situation from Lieutenant General Vander. Not as a citizen of Nord, but as a student of Thors Military Academy. I will. You'll be staying here, Grandfather. I will. I can use the truck after all. Since I was here anyway, I might as well do what I can to get the settlement ready to move. Alright, please take care of yourself. I'm sorry, Elder. Lacan. You're terrible that I can't help you when you need it most. You have your own job to do. There's no need to worry about us. May the blessings of the wind and the goddess be with you all. Take care. We will. Must make for Zendigate at once. Indeed. Need to find out as much as we can about what happened. The photographer Norton accompanied the party. The northern reaches of the Nord Highlands are temporarily inaccessible.